Hello everyone, this is Damini B. Gowda from SVC College. Here I will be presenting you about the topic social connects and responsibility. I am in third sem, so this subject comes under third sem, and we have five activities in this subject. So I'll be listing out the activities. First one is plantation of a tree. Second one is heritage walk. Third one is organic farming. Fourth one is water conservation, and the fifth one is food walk. So we'll be seeing this. The first activity is plantation. So here I have planted a nimbu. So this is the first stage of the nimbu after me adding the seed to the soil. This is the first stage where you can find the very small leaves growing up, and the stem are very thin, and then this comes the second stage of the plant. Maybe after a week you find this growth inside the plant, the Nimu plant. So then, upon a few weeks more, you can find more amount of leaves, and the leaves get thicker by thicker weeks by week. And then this is the almost after 4 to 5 weeks of the plantation of the nimbu, you can get this structure of the plant where it has grown a more high, and you can see the stems are quite thicker compared to the first stage. By this we know that the plant is growing. And then this is the almost the last stage where you find the nimbus grown in the plant. You can see there are a lot of nimbus present in here. So this becomes the last stage of the nimbu. Here you can pluck it and use it for your further purpose. And this is me with the plant I have grown at my home. And now we'll see the uses. For a sore throat and bad breath, we use Nimbu. Then we use for the weight loss purpose. By mixing a tablespoon of juice helps us in scrubbing our skin and gets the dirt out of our skin. It is used in skin purposes and many more uses. This is the second activity, which is the heritage walk. This is the temple I've been. It is called the Dakshina Murti, which is located in Malleshwaram. It is believed that it was built during the Vijayanagara Empire, and it was actually immersed in the mud ages from a lot of years, and it was found during a construction work in 1997. Later it was again developed a bit more. And as you see a Nandi here, there's always water coming out of its mouth, and the water directly falls on the Shivalinga present there. So it is believed that this water comes from the Kashi, but few say it is coming from a nearby water resource. There are beliefs, it depends on people belief, and they say it is from probably from the Kashi temple. And here there's the Kalyani where you can see fish, tortoise, and many more little creatures which are not harmful and which are grown there. And this is one of the oldest well you can find there. You can see the structure used during the olden days. This shows one of the oldest way of construction, maybe how the Vijayanagara empires may have built their olden days of well. This gives one example, and this is my image when I have been to the temple. So now this is all about the temple, and this is a few information. Next, this is the third activity. We'll be moving on to it. The third activity is organic farming. This was the field we found before the farming. It was completely raw. It was not wet or nothing. We could find uh, what do you say, the soil were like quite bricks before we start the irrigation. And this is we are just I'm checking we are checking about the soil, how it works and what kind of soil, so it helps us in what kind of plants we can grow there, or any kind of crops that can be grown. It helps us with developing a few quality about the soil. So that's what we learned from the localites. They were guiding us with all of these things. We were testing the soil, and this is actually called as the mulch spreadsheet, which is basically used to spread when you're growing a green a chili, maybe not a green chili exactly, but chilies, a different variety. It is used because it helps in keeping the moisture well inside the soil. um, and here, after spreading that, we have to make holes so that we can put the seeds inside that, and then the plant starts growing after a few weeks. As you can see, there are quite holes that we have made. And this is we were just collecting some amount of soil where we had to put a bit more soil so that it gets settled well. And this is applying, it is not a pesticide, organic pesticide which is made out of all the cow dung, all of that. We were just spreading it around the field so that the crops get better. And this is after almost after a 2 to 3 weeks, the hole we had made in the sheet, right? Now you can see there are plants grown in there. It is actually the chili plant. This observation was found after planting it for almost 4 to 5 weeks. And now this is the final stage of the plant. You can see a lot of chilies grown in there. They were in the full field, and this is a full field where we had grown the chilies. There were not amount of chilies, the green chilies especially. They were, this is the chili we collected after a few chilies we collected after doing the entire organic farming procedure. This next is the fourth activity, which is supposed to be the water conservation. And this is actually the Elanka Lake. So I went to this one because it was nearby my location. And there are a lot of things. Okay, basically this is one of the oldest lakes, you can say, and this was used during the older systems to collect water from the lake. All the citizens nearby the place were using it, and this is my image near the Elanka Lake. And these are some of the points. It is located in the North Bangalore near Yelahanka. It is a man-made waterfall lake, important for groundwater reacts, supports local biodiversity including birds and aquatic life, helps rainwater harvest and flood control in the area. And now this is actually Sankey Tank, which is located in Sadashiv Nagar of the Bangalore. It is also famous for the people who go for walks, a morning walk and the evening walk. It is best for that. And these are points about Sankey Tank. It is a very old historic lake which was built in 1882 by Richard Sankey. He was a colonier back then who had come to India. It was originally created to supply water to the Bangalore city. Now popular public park it is actually. And this is the overhead tanks which we find at our home. We have three tanks here. One of it is the solar storage one, and the other two are the normal water storage. And this is the tank you find below, which is dug from the underground, and you can see bore water and the Kaveri water connections into it. It helps in the storage of water for us. And this as well, it is one of the oldest part which parts during the olden days we used to use wells a lot for the storage of water, and it was the main means of storage during the olden days. So this is one which I found near my location. And next is, this is called as the Kalyani, and you find Kalyanis most probably in the temple, and this is also one of the oldest form of storing water. It was most probably built near a temple so that the water can be used for the temple purpose. And next, moving on to the fifth activity, it is about the food walk. So we had prepared pastries on the day of our food carnival. We had chocolate pastries and the white forest pastries, and this is a pastry which we had sold on our day of food carnival. I think it looks quite good as well. So, and this is my image with the stall we had put up on for the sale on the food during the food walk, and we had a very good sale on that day also. And this is my group members and me. We had made a group to sell the pastries, and this is us clubbing into a group, and we had sold it on that day. And now there comes the ingredients. So the basic ingredients are multi-purpose flour, milk, butter, cheese, then water, eggs, cocoa powder, and it depends, fruits also. It depends on what kind of cake you're preparing. So that's all. Thank you.